Which order changed your perspective on leadership? It wasn't a battlefield order or some grand mission. It was a simple one, spoken in a dusty motor pool on a random Tuesday. I was a new sergeant, freshly promoted, thinking leadership meant barking commands louder than anyone else. My squad was cleaning vehicles under the hot sun, sweat running into our eyes, tempers short. I noticed Private Daniel sitting in the shade, helmet off, head hanging low. My instinct was to snap, tell him to get back to work, set the example for the others. But before I opened my mouth, my platoon sergeant, a grizzled old staff sergeant named Riley, walked up beside me. He didn't yell. He wasn't ashamed. He just said, "Go check on your soldier." That was the order. Simple as that. So I did. I crouched next to Daniels and asked if he was okay. He looked at me with tears in his eyes. His mom had just been diagnosed with cancer, and he'd gotten the call that morning. He'd been pushing through, not wanting to show weakness. I froze. I didn't know what to say. I just listened. After a while, I told him to take a break, go call home, and we'd cover his tasks. He nodded, whispered, "Thank you," and walked off. The rest of the squad noticed. I thought they'd be annoyed, stuck picking up the slack. Instead, Johnson and Miller immediately grabbed his tools and started working double time. Nobody complained. Later that night, one of them said, "Hey, Sergeant, that was good. You treated him like a human first." That order, "Go check on your soldier," changed everything for me. Leadership wasn't about how loud I could yell or how clean the Humvees looked. It was about people, about knowing when to push and when to pull back, about seeing the human under the uniform. From then on, I tried to lead the way Riley did, with quiet strength and simple wisdom. And every time I felt the urge to bark just to show authority, I remembered that moment. Sometimes the most powerful orders are the ones that sound the smallest. And it didn't just stay in uniform. Years later, when I was out of the military and managing a small civilian team, the same lesson carried me through. One of my employees came in late 3 days in a row. My old instincts flared. I wanted to write him up, set an example. But I remembered Riley's words. I pulled him aside and asked, "What's going on?" He broke down and admitted his wife had been sick, and he was juggling hospital visits with work. In that moment, I knew what to do. Shift schedules, give him space, and make sure he had support. The whole team rallied behind him, just like my squad had for Daniels. That little seed of compassion Staff Sergeant Riley planted in me grew into a whole different way of leading. Not just orders, not just discipline, care. Because at the end of the day, people don't follow you because you outrank them. They follow you because they know you see them.